craziest, but probably the funnest time of the year in high school basketball. These two programs have been the cream of the crop in the girls' city league here in Boston.
A couple of things to play here. Now we got two interesting teams.
Soars again for the two-handed block. Colby Upchurch out on the break. She gets the basket. There's the foul. Williams for another three.
Over here. Once he gets a step in the lane, he can make it all the way to the hoop.
The Tech Boston Bears are the 2018 Boston City champions. Hello, Boston. Welcome to the Shelburne Community Center in Roxbury as we bring you the 2019 BPS Girls Middle School Basketball Championship. As tonight, the Mildred Lady Bulldogs will be taking on the McCormack Lady Panthers. Hello, everybody. I'm Pat Flaherty, joined by my partner, as always, Alan Platt. And Alan, this is really our last game of the high school basketball season, and it's the middle school players. Always fun to see the future of Boston basketball here at the Shelburne Center. These games are always a lot of fun.
They're a lot of fun, and it's a great way to actually wrap up, like you said, the indoor basketball season.
Right.
So now we'll have both the boys and the girls. Start out with the girls, and the girls always have a little mystery to it because even though the teams always, of course, have their better players, we've seen over the years where a sort of a secondary or an unexpected player comes up and has a big game in the championship.
No question. And always, it seems like in championship games that who's that other player is always the question we always ask, and we'll find that out here this afternoon. Both teams coming to this game 10-1. Both feature good backcourts, including the Mildred Lady Bulldogs, who have two very quick players in their backcourt.
Well, that's the key. You talk about backcourt play. We talk about that at the high school level, but it's very true here at middle school because handling the ball for these coaches is really at a premium because a lot of these players have not developed yet. They just aren't really confident in their skills, haven't grown into their bodies in some cases. But tonight might be a little different because, like you said, the backcourt, you're talking about Mildred Ave. They have two kids, Ariana Jackson, also in Kanisha Delva. Both of them will be the ones that we'll look for as far as the offense for Mildred Ave, and that's what the coaches look for because that's how they won 10 games.
No question, and certainly having, like you mentioned, that ball handling. Kids always practice shooting. They don't necessarily practice ball handling when they're younger, so that's something that develops over time. Meanwhile, on the other side, for the McCormack, they come in with a very good point guard in their backcourt. That's Hadiatu Ba. She's one player we're going to be looking at tonight. She had a very good semifinal game for the McCormack.
Well, she scores and good athlete. And what we just talked about, rounding into your body, she seems like she's just a little more mature, has more coordination, which is a big thing, especially on the girls' side, because you're talking about 6th, 7th, and 8th graders. So Hadi, like her nickname is one of the leaders clearly for McCormack, and McCormack is a huge squad. I mean, the spirit in that school about their teams is amazing. They must have 15, 16 players.
That's right, and it's always good to have that many players on a team like this because even in middle school, you don't know when the kids are going to show up, when they're going to not, when they're on vacation, that sort of thing. So certainly we'll see if the McCormack can use that to their advantage tonight. Now, for more on this game, we're going to go to our sideline reporter, Leverett Ball, who's got an update for us. Leverett, what do you have?
Guys, there are some significant rule changes at the middle school level in comparison with some of the high school basketball games that we've covered. At the middle school level, referees only allow 4 timeouts per game in comparison to the 5 per half in high school games. With that rule change, coaches obviously won't be able to talk to their players, as much as they are at higher levels, which means they'll rely more on court leadership. They'll have to lean a little bit more on some of their more experienced players to lead their teammates along throughout this matchup. Back to you.
Leverett, thanks very much. And certainly at this level, you need a lot of coaching, a lot of instruction. You only have 4 timeouts. These games go by pretty fast. There's a lot of running time into the last couple of minutes of each half. But still, just having the 4 timeouts is a little bit of a challenge for these coaches.
It definitely is. But we do play the quarter system, so you still have the 4 quarters, so you have those breaks. But you're right. It is a bit of a change, and it's made mainly because the games should go a little faster. Like I said, these younger kids, and you really don't want to tax their bodies too much because they're going to be so excited with the adrenaline flowing that running time is fine for the last couple of minutes, and the coaches just have to sort of work out the first quarter timeout, the third quarter timeout, the break in between those quarters. Those are 2 more timeouts to add for the game, and they'll work it out. I mean,
that's right.
But again, it's a championship game. Quite frankly, the coaches, neither one really knows how their team's going to respond. But they can fall back on the fact that they both won 10 games. So they didn't play each other this season, which is a little unusual, but hey, surprises happen all the time in championships.
That's right. We'll probably see some surprises here tonight. Both these teams had close semifinal games last week. We'll see if it'll be a close championship game here at the Shelburne Community Center in Roxbury at the 2019 Girls BPS Middle School Basketball Championship. Folks, we're going to head to break. When we come back, we'll have the opening tap from the Shelburne right after these words. Don't go away.
Did you know dragging chains can spark a wildfire?
Only you can prevent wildfires.
We cannot be bystanders.
We can stop to make sure someone is okay.
We can warn someone when their drink isn't safe.
And disrupt the situation.
We can.
Get someone a cab.
Or walk them home safely.
We can make campuses safer for our friends.
Our roommates.
Our classmates. Our fellow human beings.
We cannot be bystanders.
We can. Intervene.
It's on us.
All of us.
Learn how and take the pledge at itsonus.org.
Look at you. You're at the top of your game. You're unstoppable. Nothing can throw you off track. Wait, is that your car? Uh-oh. Yeah, I saw that coming. That will throw you off track. You're looking at around 10 grand in fines, legal fees, and increased insurance rates. Let's try this again. Smart move. Because buzz driving is drunk driving.
Hey, you.
Yeah, you. Getting that college education, what are you gonna do? Graduate and take some office job? Be like everybody else? Or will you dare do something different? Like, be a teacher. You could be my teacher. You got the skills.
The smarts?
Yes, you. You could be the teacher I never forget.
That'd be cool.
Does that corporate job even have recess? What are you gonna make of yourself?
What are you gonna make of me?
Here we go. We're gonna go out there in the rain. You're gonna get wet. All right, here we go. Okay, quick. Oh yeah, yes. So much fun. Mwah. Yeah, we're getting so wet.
It appears these hot ashes are about to be dumped, which could possibly start a wildfire. How will Smokey deal with such a hot situation? The garden hose defense. Next, a thorough stir. Then another spray. And finally, feeling if the ashes are cool.
Oh, yeah.
Ah, yes, the selfie. A ritual practiced so frequently with this tribe, but not so much by Smokey Bear.
Only you can prevent wildfires.
I want to eat apples and bananas. I need to eat apples and bananas. Why can't I eat apples and bananas?
Support the Feeding America nationwide network of food banks to help provide meals to those in need. Join us at feedingamerica.org.
Marie, you have prediabetes.
Prediabetes? I don't have time to eat right or exercise. I'm a busy mom.
Oh, you're a busy mom.
Yeah.
This is great news. Busy moms never get prediabetes.
Wait, what?
Let me just... Yeah, this is all the people at risk for prediabetes, and way over here, busy moms.
Planning the right amount of food is hard. The Guestimator makes it easy. Just tell it who's coming and what's for dinner. Then it tells you how much to make. And yes, it even plans for leftovers. Try it at SaveTheFood.com.
Welcome back to the Shelburne Community Center in Roxbury for the 2019 Girls BPS Middle School Basketball Championship. Before we get going, here are the starters. First up for the Mildred Lady Bulldogs is Delva, Jackson, Rom, Hinsington, and Nordias. Meanwhile, for McCormack, it's Ba, Torres, Thames, Simmons, Gilchrist, and Benoit. It looks like the McCormack, after the ball goes out of bounds, will control the opening tap. McCormack in the black uniforms with the light blue trim. Mildred in the white jerseys, royal blue shorts, and blue trim. And you see Ba getting the ball poked away that time, but then we get a double dribble from the point guard for Mildred, Kenesha Delva.
I always see the anxiety when this game opens up on the opening tap, have players step out of bounds and then double dribble coming back the other way.
Riatu Ba gets it inside to her teammate.
A little uncertainty. I think the teams just aren't used to seeing each other. So I think that some of the girls know each other from playing recreation ball or practicing, but when it comes down to an actual game, it's a little different. It'll take a few minutes to sort of settle in.
There's usually always a feeling out period in a championship game anyway. And then, as you mentioned before, Alan, these teams did not see each other during the regular season, so it might take a little bit longer. Mildred gets to steal off the inbound pass. They're able to save it. Basket no good off the window. Putback is good by the center, Empress Nordias.
Nice putback. Nordias, one of the 8th graders on the Mildred team. Mildred playing a tight zone.
Ba trying a deep three. That shot no good. Rebound comes down to Mildred. And that's Jackson who's able to corral it. She feeds it inside. Basket no good. And here comes Thames with it up for McCormack. Now it's Hadiatu Ba in the open floor off the crossover. She gets bottled up inside. Put back no good, and here comes Jackson again.
Ariana. Good, nice pass inside.
Excellent look inside to Kenesha Delva.
Yeah, the pass made the hoop because her teammate was in the lane wide open. One thing about the middle school games, regardless of what the size of the crowd is, it's always loud.
That's right.
We've been to plenty of high school games where there's not much of a crowd, not much noise, but it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter who's playing. That's the one thing that you remember as you come back year to year.
Oh, there's always fans in the crowd at these games. They don't have to know what they're saying, but it's definitely loud.
Noise, right, exactly. Quick 4-0 lead.
We see Coach Tina Anderson of Mildred. Feed it inside, and that's going to be a foul inside. It's going to be on Olivia Hinsington, excuse me, her first personal foul. Heading to the free throw line is Samaj Simmons-Gilchrist.
Looks like Mildred Ave has a nice little blend of 7th and 8th graders. They have 3 8th graders and 4 7th graders. So we talked about McCormack. They have 15 players in uniform. So that's a blend of all 3 grades, 6, 7, and 8.
Neither free throw good for Simmons-Gilchrist, so McCormack still looking for their first score, but Samaj gets the steal, and now it's Ba with it, but she took an extra step.
Well, some of you, Eric, you're a little over-anxious. You're not sure if you want to shoot or find an open teammate. So far, Mildred's playing a really tight, like a zone defense in the half court.
Drive again by Mildred, but coming up short was Olivia Hinston. Here comes Ba. And she Dribbles it off her foot in the corner, so that's going to go back to Mildred.
Yeah, Heidi, she was trying to cross over that time to get back to the middle. Ball bounced off her foot. A nice steal.
Yeah, that's Thames coming away with the swipe. Now it's Ba lining up a three. Off the back iron. Good rebound inside by Hingston.
A good long pass.
Layup no good. Put back is good. For Kanisha Delva once again, she's got 4 points for the Mildred.
Well, we're seeing the Mildred Ave girls. They're just quicker to the ball. They got a couple of steals. So far, 3 layups, 6-point lead.
Three-pointer on the way and off the back iron again. Good chase down rebound that time from Jackson. Now we got a foul in the backcourt, I believe. It's going to be on Torres.
The Mildred team just, like I said, a little quicker to the ball. They already have 9 rebounds in this game and only 2 from McCormack.
Delva gets fouled inside. That's going to be on Simmons-Gilchrist.
So the McCormack side, the fans and their supporters are waiting to explode when they score their first hoop. So far, defense has sort of dominated this first quarter.
Delva will get one more. Both teams now 0 for 2 from the free throw line and picking up a cheap foul.
Wow. That's her second foul. She already has a block shot, a couple of rebounds, but now she also has 2 fouls.
Substitution for both squads coming in for McCormack is Iviana Moore. Another 8th grader for this McCormack team. They have 8 8th graders total. Ba looking for an opening, now trying to go baseline. She got caught behind the backboard. And stolen away by Nordias. She's trying to go coast to coast. Now Ba's got it. Trying to come back down the other end. Weaving in and out of traffic, and she picks up McCormack's first basket.
I said, there goes this explosion. We knew they were just waiting on their hands for the first score.
I believe we got a violation on Mildred, so that's going to go back to McCormack.
Okay, a chance for back-to-back hoops for McCormack. They're down 6-2. Last minute winding down for the first quarter.
Feed it inside to Ba. And she gets it swiped away by Delva. Delva, lefty layup, no good. Rebound comes down to Thames. Ba, top of the key. Can't get her jumper to go. Rebound inside, Simpson-Gilchrist. So Simmons-Gilchrist with her first basket cuts it down to a 2-point lead here with 15 seconds left to go in the first quarter.
Nice little run here, back-to-back hoops for McCormack, making a 6-4 game as this first quarter is going to run out.
And that is going to do it for the first quarter here at the Shelburne Center in Roxbury. Lightning fast first quarter here for the girls' 2019 middle school BPS championship. Folks, we're going to head to break. When we come back, we'll have the second quarter here on Game of the Week. Right after these words. Don't go away.
We just finished dinner and it was time for homework. He hates homework.
It makes no sense.
I don't know how he finds anything in his backpack.
I can't find my backpack.
I couldn't even read his handwriting.
Holding the pencil makes my hand hurt.
I know he's bright.
Why is it so hard for me?
He's
I'm
just
trying
gotta
as
try a
hard
little
as
harder.
I can.
When you can see learning and attention issues from their side, you can be on their side. Go to understood.org, a free online resource with support and tools to help your child thrive.
Welcome back to the Shelburne Community Center in Roxbury for the 2019 BPS Girls Middle School Basketball Championship. And right now the Mildred Bulldogs lead the McCormack Panthers 6-4. Folks, if you want to follow us on social media, you can go to our Facebook page. Go to facebook.com/Game of the Week Boston. A lot of good stuff up there. Make sure you like us on Facebook. You can also follow us on Twitter at Boston City TV. And if you want to tweet at us, use the hashtag BostonGOW. Start of the second quarter. Mildred's going to start off with the basketball. 2-point lead for them. Really, what got them that early lead was that rebounding edge that they dominated on the glass.
Yeah, it was 9-2 going into the last couple of minutes of the half, of the quarter rather.
Diaz no good on the jumper. Rebound comes down to Simmons-Gilchrist. Ba looking to beat everybody down the floor. Now she's got to pull it up. Thames corner jumper. She's short with it. Diaz comes away with the rebound. Ba with the steal. Cannot squeeze it home. Simmons-Gilchrist with the offensive rebound. She'll get 2 free throws.
Yeah, a lot more energy now from McCormack since probably the last couple of minutes of the first quarter when they scored their 2 baskets. They've been far more active, and they're now matching the energy we've seen come from Mildred. Offensive rebound, good job inside.
Couldn't see who called a timeout there. With just 38 seconds gone by in the second quarter. Both teams now huddling up. Sometimes the timeouts in these games are just for the coach to
calm
just
down.
Settle everybody down.
Exactly. Take some deep breaths. Get a little water.
This gym at the Shelburne Center, too, it looks a little bit bigger than a lot of the gyms they play at.
Oh, definitely.
The semifinals were at the McCormack, which is out in Dorchester, and that gym's really tight. There's not a lot of stands. It's everything's kind of on top of you. With this one's more spread out. So, especially with these younger players, it just sometimes it takes a little while to get used to.
Well, the thing about it is you get more. You have all the adrenaline like we talk about in the open, but the combination of excited and nervous at the same time. So it does a job on your body. Sometimes players just don't realize how tired they are. So coaches have to sort of help out with that.
Samaj Simmons-Gilchrist unable to hit the first. She'll have one more for McCormack. Banks home the second. The McCormack now 1 for 4 from the free throw line here in the first half. Delva, no good off the banker. Here comes Bob. She gets it swiped away, and here comes Jackson now for the Mildred. Jackson straight to the basket. No good on the layup. And that's going to stay with the Mildred Lady Bulldogs.
Well, like we said in the open, Pat, the 2 guards, both Jackson and Delva, they're up and down the court forcing the fast break action. You see Coach Grace from McCormack trying to set up her defense.
Corner jumper, no good. Putback, no good. And once again, it's Thames who's able to corral it for McCormack.
That was a good rebound. She held on, so she got grabbed. One-point game, 6-5. These quarters, like you said, fly by with the running time. We're already down to 6.5 minutes to go before halftime.
Clock does stop. Under 2 minutes left to go in each half. That 3 well off the mark that time from Victoria Thames. Yeah, it's going to go back to Mildred. So each team with a couple of runs as Mildred started out 6-0. McCormack came back with a 5-0 run. That's how we get to 6-5 here in the first half. Now we got a 3-second violation on Mildred.
Yeah, Hingston actually made a nice move, but she stopped short of the hoop, but trapped, and Ended up spending too much time in the lane.
Another jumper launched that time from Thames. That goes out of bounds, going to stay with the McCormack.
You know, Pat, your point about the size of the gyms seems pretty clear, because these girls are shooting probably a little deeper than they used to. The defense, the zones are spreading out. On the McCormack side, they're definitely shooting some long three-pointers. Nice cut. Wow.
Here comes Delva again off the steal, and she's going to get 2 free throws.
They're forcing the action. Everything, if Delva gets it, or Jackson, either one of those guards for Mildred, they'll get it, and they have the dribble ability to get down court to create their own fast break. Watch her again. That time she tried to slow herself down. Got hit, the layup attempt.
Delva is able to rattle home the first. Banks home the second. Mildred now 2 for 4 from the free throw line. They have a 3-point lead here with just over 5 minutes left to go in the second quarter.
Delva has 6 of the 8 points.
That one swiped away, up to Delva again. This time it's Jackson coming away with it. Stops, pops, and hits.
Bank shot. Hey, I'm not sure if it's intentional, but it looked good.
Ariana with her first basket. Lines up for 3, and she's short with it. Rebound for the McCormack. And it's stolen away by Delva.
Another foul. See, everything that Mildred tries to do, as soon as they get a defensive rebound, they're trying to run. One pass to the middle of the court and then run the floor.
Jackson with the double dribble. She lost it. And then
got a little excited because thought she had a shot, but I really think she didn't realize how far away she was. When she looked up, she just fumbled the ball, lost control.
Substitution for McCormack. Shalika Joseph, the 7th grader, now in.
And McCormack's trying to figure out this half-court zone. It's like a 1-3-1 that Mildred's playing effectively. Nice shot.
Knocks down the jumper from the elbow.
They're hiding, right? Okay.
Delva unable to hit that shot. Here comes Bob back down the other rim. Looking for an opening. She gets tangled up, and then it's going to go back to McCormack. We'll stay with the McCormack. Substitution for the Mildred. As number 12, Janiyah Bailey comes in. Three-pointer on the way, no good. Simpson Gilchrist gets it knocked away. Now losing it off her foot is Olivia Hingston, and that's going to go back to McCormack.
Again, I'm telling you, this Mildred team is relentless. Everybody just gets the ball and runs. Haven't seen that in a middle school game in a while, but that's their offense.
Controlled chaos is what a lot of teams like to call it.
I tell you, it takes a lot of energy, but so far, the girls are keeping up. Another steal.
Yeah, Delva with her 3rd steal of the half. Not able to hit the layup that time, and the rebound comes down to Joseph.
Yeah, that's the coordination we always talk about at the middle school level. You try to slow yourself down to make that layup.
Torres over to Ba.
The travel there, yeah.
Hidiatu took a couple extra steps. Clock has stopped now with 2 minutes left to go in the second quarter. Substitution for the Mildred as Ariana Jackson comes back in. Dana Rahm now trying to feed it inside. It's stolen away by Simmons Gilchrist.
Good job. Simmons Gilchrist read that the whole way.
knocking down
jump
the
shot.
jumper is Hadiatu Ba.
Back to a 1-point game.
Minute 30 left to go in the first half.
Oh, nice stop and go move. Good job.
Beautiful drive from Empress Nordias.
Nordias. Like that stop and go dribble.
Tries another jumper. Unable to hit that one. Offensive rebound comes down to Simmons-Gilchrist. Gets it back to Joseph. He almost gets it knocked away in the corner. Now it's Bob. He's going to bring it back up top for McCormack. She fires up a three and buries it.
Tie game, Pat.
Ties it up at 12. She's got 9 points to lead all scorers. Comes away with the steal. Hadiatu Ba had a layup, but got fouled on the floor by Jackson.
Yeah, she's worn out. She is worn out. She was tired after he shot that three, but then she got a steal and had a fast break. So she's going to use this little bit of a breather at the foul line. I'm not sure if they called it on the floor or not, but
I think they called it on the floor.
She needs a break. Yeah.
Coach Gray saw what you saw, Alan. She calls a timeout here with 32 seconds left to go in the second quarter. Tied up at 12, Hadiatu Ba with 9 points for the McCormack, keeping them in it here in the first half.
Well, she's taking most of the shots, and their teammates have looked for her to try to get her open, but the zone so far from McCormack, for Mildred, actually have been playing well. That long three is what tied the game. They were down 5. They put together a 5-point run. We got a tie game at 12.
Both these teams limiting their opponents to 18 points total in the semifinal games, with Mildred scoring 20 and McCormack's just scoring 19 in the city semifinal. So they're both on their way to surpassing their totals from the semifinal games that they had.
I'll tell you, the energy is amazing. The girls, they are flying up and down. This is a big court. So in some cases, they're just not used to it. No surprise if neither coach has really gone that deeply into their benches. Maybe the second half they'll be forced to.
Three-pointer short that time from Torres. Joseph getting in there for the loose ball. It's going to go back to Mildred with 18 seconds left before halftime. Stays with McCormack, but that's going to be a 3-second by. No, it's out of bounds on Simmons-Gilchrist. Got to go back to Mildred.
Last shot time.
Stolen away by Joseph. Almost stolen back by Delva. And it's Torres who steps out of bounds.
Good hustle by Torres.
9 seconds left. She got a little banged up on that hustle play. And that is going to do it for the first half here at the 2019 Girls BPS Middle School Basketball Championship. We're tied up at 12 between the Mildred Bulldogs and the McCormack Panthers. And at the early goings of the first quarter, we saw that Mildred was dominating the glass. They were getting a lot of putbacks. We're getting some steals defensively, but Hadiatu Ba and her teammates on the McCormack charged right back, didn't give up in the first half.
Just as expected. I mean, the guard play has been the entire game offensively, but the other players have been role players. They've been going for steals. They've been rebounding, running the floor, and the only scoring has come from the guards, but that may continue. But the other players, I'm telling you, like you said, that there was a 9-2 rebounding edge in the first quarter. By the end of that quarter, it was 9-9. So, runs, you got a couple of changes in terms of substitutions, but I'm really surprised both teams have not gone that deeply into their bench so far.
That's right.
Luckily, no one's really in foul trouble. Hingston, the really tall girl from Mildred, has 2 fouls, but nobody else really should be in foul trouble at this point.
She actually had the 2 fouls early, so it was good of her to not commit a third one there in the first half. Now she's got the 3 for the second half. Our sideline reporter, Leverett Ball, has got the head coach of the McCormack Panthers, Justine Grace. So, Leverett, take it away.
Coach, obviously going into the half with the score tied, how do you feel about your team's performance to this point?
I'm pretty pleased. I'm a little bit worried about boxing out and rebounding and then getting back on floor balance. They've gotten a few breakaways. Luckily, they missed a couple layups, but we'll be focusing on getting back on defense. But overall, I'm pleased. We weren't making a few shots, and then the second quarter, we put some baskets up, so I'm happy with that. We just need to continue to score offensively and shut them down on the defensive end.
And how was your team able to just maintain their composure, obviously, with the hot start that Mildred got off to offensively?
Well, we've been trying to keep them calm all year. I told them to believe in themselves. Remember, we played all season. We've had a long season. This is no different than any other game. High stakes, but you just remain calm and breathe when in doubt.
And does your approach change at all in the second half, or do you just need to continue to play your game?
I might change up the defense a little bit, and I might make some adjustments offensively, but the major game plan is just to run on them. That's what we really want to do and get them tired. We noticed they're a little bit tired at the end of the second quarter. We want to continue that to score some points and build up the lead.
Well, Coach, thank you for your time. Good luck in the second half.
Thank you.
Back to you.
Lever, thanks very much. And it makes sense for Coach Grace to want to try to tire out the other squad. They have 7 players. She has about 15, so she can put in a few more rotations, add a few more subs in the second half, try to get some fresh legs out there.
Same thing I was thinking. I think she'll probably look at that with this, because she has a couple of assistant coaches too. They'll probably talk about that and try to figure out a way, like you said, to get some fresh legs in there to maybe help them with their fast break offense.
No question. We'll see if those halftime adjustments are made before we get going here in the second half at the 2019 Girls BPS Middle School Basketball Championships. We're going to head to break as well. We'll be right back with the third quarter here on Game of the Week right after these words. Don't go away.
Not completing high school is more of a social thing than it was an academic thing. Even though all these years have passed, I still had that longing to have my diploma. I have a mentor, and she convinced me to continue my education. No one receives a diploma alone. If you're even considering getting your high school diploma, go get it. You can do it.
Find free adult education classes near you at finishyourdiploma.org.
We'd do anything for kids. Yet 1 in 6 children in the U.S. struggle with hunger. Help end childhood hunger near you. Learn how at feedingamerica.org.
Welcome back to the Shelburne Community Center for the girls' 2019 BPS Middle School Basketball Championship. We're tied up between the Mildred and the McCormack. We're going to take a look at our halftime stats before we get going here in the third quarter. First up, it's the Mildred Bulldogs.
Well, Mildred got off that fast start. They're up 6-0, all the way down to like the 3-minute mark of the first quarter. You see 6 from Delver, Nordius with 4. Nordius had 4 rebounds also. Jackson, the backcourt player, with 3 rebounds. Delver and Jackson have 3 assists between them. So Mildred, even though only 7 players, they're sort of balanced out offensively.
Let's take a look at the McCormack halftime
McCormack started out a little slow, but Bob, you mentioned she had 10 points in the semifinal game. She has 9 already here in the first half. And then Simmons-Gilchrist, good job rebounding, also with 3 points for their 12. Simmons-Gilchrist 6 rebounds, Thames with 3, Torres with an assist, 2 assists, and Thames with an assist. So both teams balance, even though they went through a couple of streaks for each players. Each team's brother.
We're just about set to go here for the third quarter at the 2019 Girls BPS Middle School Basketball Championship. Mildred will start off with the basketball. Ball's knocked away. Here comes Fames. Off the steal, tries to get it into Bob, but it's stolen away. And then traveling with the basketball that time is Empress Nordius. That'll stay with McCormack for that brief exchange. Inside of Simpson Gilchrist. And getting the offensive rebound headed to the free throw line.
That'll be a travel before that. Yeah.
Oh, excuse me. That's a travel on Leslie Benoit. Put back inside for Nordius, no good. Second time is a charm for the Mildred Center.
Nordius had a good game. She rebounded well. Had a really nice drive to the basket in the first half. Now gives her team a 2-point lead.
Ba tries to get it inside the Benoit, and that pass knocked away. He's going to stay with McCormack. Benoit open inside, can't hit the shot. Rebound comes down to Nordius. Here comes Delva, trying to go coast to coast. Jackson with the putback.
I tell you, the backcourt teammates, you had one drive to the hoop to miss, and then her backcourt mate just cleaned it up.
Straight to the goal.
Very one-on-one play. Nice drive by two defenders.
Cuts it back to a 2-point lead. Nordius gets it knocked away. Here comes Torres. And Ba can't hang on to it, and that's going to stay with the McCormack.
Travel before the shot again. She definitely didn't know how far she was away.
Right. Dame's looking to get her feet set. Travel with the basketball. It's one thing that the older players, you start to learn over your career of playing basketball, is to be in position to shoot before you even get the ball.
There you go. And also understand where your range is. It varies from player to player.
Shalika Joseph back in as Victoria Thames takes a seat.
Hingston.
Off the window is
Back
Hingston.
shot.
The 8th grade power forward. Back to a 4-point lead here for Mildred, under 5 minutes left to go in the third quarter.
Mildred staying in this 2-3 zone. They can actually double team if they need to.
Ba trying to feed it inside to Benoit. That's going to stay with Cormack.
That's a nice play. Actually, Shalika Joseph said a nice pick for Ba that time. It's Hingston again, a little too over anxious for the travel. Nice steal. Talks about defensively. Diana Ram with 3 block shots. The violation ball goes back to Mildred.
Stolen away again by Ba. Idiatu. She had Hingston on her tail, so she couldn't get a clean layup. Here comes Jackson. Trying to get it back down the other end. That's wrong. Couldn't quite hang on to the ball. It goes out of bounds. It'll stay with the Mildred. Trying to feed it inside to Hingston, but the steal is by Simmons Gilchrist.
Ba tried to settle things down.
Ba, top of the key, can't bank it home. The rebound comes down to Nordius. It's Delva. Couldn't hit the lefty layup. Jackson, no good on the putback. Rebound comes down to Ba. He's trying to race everybody down the floor. Ariatu scores the layup.
It almost seems like the key of the game is going to be which team can make their layups, because they're both going to be fast breaking. You see the Mildred bench.
Yeah, Tina Anderson of Mildred calling a timeout here with 2:48 left to go in the third quarter. 2-point lead for the Mildred, and our sideline reporter Leverett Ball's got an update for us. Leverett, what do you have?
Guys, so an advantage that McCormack has over Mildred here in the second half is numbers. McCormack is actually suiting up 16 players for this matchup in comparison to Mildred's 7. Obviously, they're able to make more substitutions, so Mildred will have to rely on their conditioning here towards the end of the game. This is when the post-practice sprints and extra work really pays off. Back to you.
Thanks very much, Leverett. And as we mentioned, right around halftime too, McCormack probably going to get a few more subs in compared to Mildred. We've seen that already. Trying to keep those fresh legs out there.
No doubt about that. Because Mildred, even though they keep staying with their fast break offense, did seem a little wounded during that last time up.
Feed inside. Shot no good that time from Nordias. It's going to be a travel on McCormack, so it'll stay with the Mildred. Feed it inside to Rom, but she gets it knocked away by Joseph. Now we got a jump ball, and she'll go back to the McCormack.
Torres has been everywhere. She's hit the floor a couple of times, and that time she was able to get the tie up, get her team the ball back.
Off the screen, fires one up from deep. That one well off the mark. Here comes Jackson, showing off her speed. Unable to hit the layup. Delva can't corral it. Delva wide open inside from a lefty layup.
Yeah, the offensive rebound has been the story in this third quarter for Mildred Ave.
So back to a 4-point lead here for the Mildred. Coming up on a minute and a half left to go in the third quarter. Top of the key. Loose ball comes down to Joseph. Now Ba comes away with it. Ba trying to go baseline. She loses it off her foot, and that'll go back to Mildred.
Yeah, one of the McCormack players fell down, lost her shoe.
Like Shalika Joseph.
Yeah. Had a little scrum with her own teammates trying to get that loose ball.
Inside to Nordius, who can't get the putback, gets her own rebound. Can't get it a second time. Putback is good from Hingston.
Hingston, yeah. Nordius and Hingston really controlling their offensive glass.
And Nordius now has 9 rebounds for Mildred. Ba tries a runner. I think she was looking for some contact that time.
The one play that we're seeing McCormack run, they set a pick for Ba around the three-point line, but Mildred's picked up on it. Maybe that last time out, Coach Anderson talked about it, because they're definitely doing a much better job of closing in on Ba, taking away any open shots from that wing.
McCormack calls a timeout here with 33 seconds left to go in the third quarter. One thing you got to think for McCormack is you got to have somebody else besides Ba get going scoring-wise.
Exactly.
Folks, if you want to follow us on social media, you can go to our Facebook page. Go to facebook.com/Game of the Week Boston. A lot of good stuff up on that site, so make sure you like us there. You can also follow us on Twitter at Boston City TV. And if you want to tweet at us, use the hashtag BostonGOW.
You're talking about Pat, who's going to step up. I mean, Simmons Gilchrist says she's an 8th grader. She's rebounded well. She's defended well. I think it's, she's one of the players you might look to for some offense. But the other girls they just seem to want to pass the ball to Ba.
That's going to be a foul on Hadiatu Ba. Baum trying for a jumper, no good. Gilchrist comes down with a rebound. 7 seconds left to go in the quarter.
I'm not sure if she understands how much time left. Oh,
Torres fires up at 3. She's short with it.
Good shot, though. Oh, that's a good look.
So after 3 here at the BPS Girls Middle School Basketball Championship, Mildred on top of the McCormack 22-16. Ariatu Ba trying to keep her team in it. We're headed for the fourth quarter here on Game of the Week right after these words.
We just finished dinner and it was time for homework. He hates homework.
It makes no sense.
I don't know how he finds anything in his
I
backpack.
can't find my backpack.
I couldn't even read his handwriting.
Holding the pencil makes my hand hurt.
I know he's bright.
Why is it so hard for me?
He's
I'm
just
trying
gotta
as
try a
hard
little
as
harder.
I can.
When you can see learning and attention issues from their side, you can be on their side. Go to understood.org, a free online resource with support and tools to help your child thrive.
Welcome back to the Shelburne Community Center in Roxbury for the 2019 BPS Girls Middle School Basketball Championship. Right now, the Mildred Bulldogs lead the McCormack Panthers 22-16. Just about set to start the fourth quarter here at the Shelburne.
10-4, third quarter, Pat. Really dominated by the offensive rebounding. Second and third shots for Mildred and White. Hingston and Nordius. There's Hingston there.
Nice drive from Hingston.
Yeah, Nordius took a tumble. She actually tumbled over Hingston's foot. Wants to stay in the game, so
she's gonna tough it out.
Yeah, officials gave her a chance to try to recover. Give her a few seconds.
Hingston now with 6 points in the half. Getting trapped up top. Timos Fame's no good on the 3. Gets her own rebound. Ba trying for the jumper. She banks it home.
See, all the McCormack players look for Ba as soon as they get the ball. It's their first option.
Hingston on the drive. She's going to get 2 free throws.
Yeah, Hingston's really just got the rest of this third quarter and fourth quarter. She loves driving from that left side. With her rebounding and her defense, she's had a complete game.
Nice free throw. She knocks down the first. Boy, if you're a high school coach, you've got to be hoping she's you got that size, that skill set.
Where did her parents sign her up?
Right.
It's 2 of them.
Knocks down the second free throw.
You know, Pat, you do a list of every year of all the past champions. Watching these girls, it really reminds us of some of the other players. Kiana Almbrister, Deshari Green. You saw them in similar situations.
There's a steal by Delva, and she loses it on the way to the basket.
But hustle by Ba to actually make it a tough dribble. Now Delva has 7 steals. A lot of times in middle school games, the stats are much different from other games we do. Sometimes steals actually a larger number than points for many players. Well, after a 10-4 run by Mildred in that third quarter, it's all a matter of can McCormack get some shots up, other than Ba.
Back to Ba, and it's thrown away by Jackson. Jackson all the way to the rim. Ba with the rebound.
Good job by Jackson to speed back down court to get in the middle of that layup attempt. It's still an 8-point deficit for McCormack in blue.
Biggest lead of the game for the Mildred.
Yeah, Ba's going to get double teamed wherever she goes.
Getting inside to Simpson Gilchrist. She gets it swiped away by Jackson.
Another steal.
Jackson gets fouled on her way to the hoop, so she's going to get 2 free throws. Excuse me, Delva on her way to the rim. Delva now with 8 steals so far in this game.
Aviana Moore is going to come in for the first time for McCormack.
Delva cannot hit the first. As you mentioned, Moore comes in for the McCormack.
Yeah, Aviana's got, well, has some size. I think Coach Grace is really concerned about that rebounding edge.
Second free throw does not hit the rim, so that's going to go back to the Mildred.
Well, Mildred's very comfortable with what they're doing. They have an 8-point lead, played really well in the third quarter.
Their size and the way they play defense, that 8-point lead probably feels more like
bigger.
double digits.
No doubt about that. And it also shows you what happens when you have one scorer going against 3 scorers.
Ba going baseline, can't hit the runner. Moore with the rebound. Ba now with the open jumper, and she buries it.
Give the credit some more on that. One of the few offensive rebounds that McCormack's gotten in this second half.
Back to a 6-point lead. They feed it inside. Good job with the layup off the.
Nordius, yeah.
Good feed is Nordius.
I'm telling you, that's what I mean when comfortable. Because Mildred's going down on offense, they're just looking for an opening. Whoever gets it, they'll either shoot it or find an open teammate. Whereas for McCormack, everything starts and ends with Bob. He has the ball right now.
Fires up at 3. That one off the back iron. Jackson then gets it poked away. Here comes Rom. Rom down the other end of the floor. Can't hit the layup. Delva, put back, no good. Jackson inside for the rebound. Over to Nordius, who can't hit it off the front end. Moore coming away with it. Now we get a jump ball that'll stay with the Mildred at the lead.
Yeah, Moore got in there to force that hell ball. Got timeout by Mildred.
4:11 left to go here in the fourth quarter. 8-point lead for the Mildred, and the McCormack going to have to get going offensively to try to cut it down.
They're actually doing pretty well defensively. You've seen Mildred make some nice shots, good drives to the basket, especially Hingston. Problem for McCormack is their offense. I mean, now that Mildred has decided to double team Ba wherever she goes, it's difficult for McCormack to have anyone else step up and be aggressive offensively, take some shots.
Adiatu Ba for
that's
McCormack.
amazing.
Scored the last 17 points.
So 17 out of 20 points.
Yeah, Simpson Gilchrist with the other 3.
I'm telling you, it's just tough, like I said. Because it does come down to one scorer against 3 scorers. And that's what we're seeing here is the Mildred, even though they only have 7 players in uniform, it hasn't mattered.
On the other side, the 3 top scorers for the Mildred all have 8 points, so they've spread
it
the
out.
point scoring across the board there for the Lady Bulldogs.
I'll tell you, a 3 right here would make it very interesting.
Babes. Oh, I thought you were going to get your wish there, Alan. Put back, no good.
More.
Goes out of bounds. It'll stay with the McCormack.
So, yeah, Moore's done a good job. She's been in a few minutes. Got a couple of rebounds. She's forced a hell ball. Had a nice assist. Gotta have another shooter somewhere.
Ba launches for 3.
Nothing
but nylon.
There it goes. 28-23 now. 5-point game.
Adiatu Ba now with 20 points to lead all scorers.
Nice, another steal by McCormack.
Simpson Gilchrist going to be called for the travel because she got the steal and then fell to the floor.
Again, good play though. I mean, they're making it interesting coming down the wire here. I think that last 3 by Ba just threw off Mildred's defense because she was so far away. Didn't think she was going to launch it from there. Oh, steal.
Here comes Hadiatu.
Double dribble.
Ball for a double dribble. I didn't think she quite had possession yet, but they're going to call her for the double dribble here with 2:30 left to go in the fourth quarter.
The last 2 minutes will be all stop time.
Delva, a good feed inside to Rom, who can't get a good shot off. That's going to stay with the Mildred. Jackson fires that one up. Hingston gets it poked away. Hingston comes away with the rebound. Now it's Joseph. Fame's now with it at the top of the key.
Somebody else is going to shoot.
Bob trying to run her. Moore coming away with the rebound. Bob, corner jumper is good.
That same play has happened twice from each side. Moore gets an offensive rebound and gives the assist to Bob.
Cuts it down to 3. Jackson with the 3. Rom. Nordius inside, gets the basket and the foul.
Watch the play. Offensive rebound again for Nordius. Going up, takes a shot to the shoulder. Still follows through for the hoop.
That's a huge basket for
I was going to say.
to Mildred.
Because they were up 8. It was down to 3. Now it's back to 5.
Misses the free throw, but Hingston there for the putback.
Yeah, unfortunately, the McCormack girls fell asleep and didn't realize or forgot there's only one free throw.
So it goes from
really
a
tough break. Wow, that's
4-point swing.
4-point play.
3-point game to now a 7-point game with 1:11 left to go in the fourth quarter. Boy, what a basket there that time from Nordius, who now has a double-double for the Mildred. Talk about McCormack had all the momentum after that
definitely.
shot made by Hadiatu Ba, cuts down to 3, and then that big bucket inside from
Offensive
Nordius.
rebound. That's what, like I said, the third quarter was all about offensive rebounding for Mildred. And now, like you said, down the stretch when they really need something, offensive rebound by Nordius and a putback right now has them comfortably ahead again.
Meanwhile, on the other side, Hadiatu Ba with 22 straight points for the McCormack. As we keep saying, somebody else needs to score at some point, but Ba keeps scoring too.
I mean, it's one thing if all of your teammates are going to just continually look for you, eventually get some openings. But again, to try to come back from 7 down with over a minute to go, you got to get some quick shots up.
Trying to get inside, it's poked away. Here comes Delva. All the way in for the lefty layup. 10 points now for Delva, and I think that might have just sealed it. And Ba gets fouled right around the top of the key.
That'll be a reaching foul on Delva.
Stops the clock for the McCormack. With just 44 seconds left. McCormack's going to get going. And Delva comes away with another steal for the Mildred. Rom up to Jackson for the layup.
Well, they really bounced back. Ever since that offensive rebound, they really are taking control again, up by 11.
Well, the final score won't indicate it, but it was a very close game throughout here at the Shelburne. Got down to 3 at one point as Hingston finds Nordius inside for one more basket. and the Mildred Lady Bulldogs are the 2019 BPS Girls Middle School Basketball Champions here at the Shelburne Center.
Fun game, and they're always fun because regardless of the score, there's a level of excitement that only middle schools have. And that's what we see every season. Nothing different today.
No question. Certainly a great effort for both teams. It got down to 3 points with just about a minute and a half left to go.
That's right.
All the momentum was on McCormack, but that huge basket from Nordius late in the game really swung it back Mildred's way, and then they were able to just finish it off beautifully at the end.
Well, again, they pretty much had control of the game throughout because they, like you said, they had a far more spread out offense. At one point, they had 3 players with 8 points apiece, 24 of their 28. Then, conversely, Bar had 25 of her team's 28 points. It's just tough at any level to have one scorer try to go against 3. That's what we saw today.
No question. Tough flooding there for the McCormack as they lose in the championship game. Folks, we're going to head to break. When we come back, we'll have our Game of the Week MVP and our game-winning coach and final stats here from the Shelburne Center right after these messages. Make sure you stick around.
Foster safety. Foster hope. Foster joy. Foster curiosity. Foster support. Become a foster parent, because every parent makes a difference. Foster, Massachusetts.
Hey, look, it's those guys. Are you good to drive?
I'm fine.
How many did you have?
I should be fine.
You should be?
Go and step out of the vehicle for me.
See ya, buddy. Good luck. So turns out, buzz driving and drunk driving, they're the same thing, and it costs around $10,000. So not worth it.
First time I tried Vicodin, it was laying around my mom's house. And I kept taking them whenever I could get them. I didn't know they'd be this addictive. I didn't know how far I'd go to get more.
Opioid dependence can happen after just 5 days. Know the truth, spread the truth.
So there you are, shuffling through a stack of resumes and you come to mine. This is it, first impression, my way in. But can my resume show you how I truly stand out? Like that I was studying, going to night school while working 2 jobs just to help my parents pay for groceries. Or being the first one to always step up. No, that's something you just can't put on paper. Look beyond the resume and discover new ways to develop great talent that is dedicated, hardworking, and determined like me.
Do you want to retire like a champ? Just like legendary basketball star Uncle Drew?
Don't do him like that, Uncle Drew!
You're already acing the game. You've got your dream ride.
Don't be slamming my door.
Sorry about that.
You just did the same.
Gotta get the boys. Your dream vacation and your dream team. And now you can make your retirement just as legendary.
I get buckets.
Get the tips you need to get on track at aceyourretirement.org.
Awkward. I'm the awkward silence. You try to avoid me, then there I am again.
But an awkward silence can be a great thing.
Like Kelly here is about to demonstrate.
You haven't really been yourself lately. Are you okay?
Find out how you can help a friend with their mental health at seizetheawkward.org.
Queen is just my everything.
His smile did it. His smile, his eyes, his knowledge. My landlord, he decided that he wanted me to move based on the fact that I was transgender. Let's just respect people in everyday life for just being human.
No doubt you're going places, young lady.
Thank you.
And thank you for the interview as well. I can imagine it was the last thing that you wanted to do after such a long campaign meeting.
You really are a very intelligent young woman. You're very smooth.
You're very smooth yourself.
You have no idea.
Why is my son having trouble in school?
Finding lowest airfare to Istanbul.
No, I'm tired of fighting with my son over his homework.
Home, walk, restaurant. Need a review?
No. He's smart, but his mind wanders.
7 wonders of the world.
Why don't you understand me?
I do. I was trying to show how Connor feels every day. Redirecting to understood.org.
Join parents and experts at understood.org, a free online resource about learning and attention issues to help your child thrive.
Eva Marie smoked 12,000 packs of cigarettes over 15 years. She quit, and now there's a new lung cancer screening that could save her life. You stopped smoking. Now start screening. No matter how much you smoked, early detection could save you. Talk to your doctor or learn more at savedbythescan.org.
Open up your books to page 360.
Did you just look at your phone while you was in class? You played yourself.
Talking about inspirational quotes.
You gotta believe in yourself. Don't ever play yourself. The key is to make it, so make it.
Louise, can you give me an example of an inspirational quote?
Don't play yourself. The key is to make it.
And who said that?
I did. Now that's a major key alert.
Learn the real major keys to getting to college at getschool.com.
Green red hat. Oops. Red shirt, blue shirt, yellow shirt. Oops. Yellow pants, red pants, green pants. Oops.
Welcome back to the Shelburne Community Center in Roxbury at the conclusion of the 2019 BPS Girls Middle School Basketball Championship. The Mildred Lady Bulldogs took down the McCormack Lady Panthers, and Mildred was sort of teetering on losing momentum there in the fourth quarter, but that big basket by Nordius really sealed the deal for Mildred. They were able to sort of milk the lead at the end of the game as well. Huge play by her.
You're talking about they lost an 8-point lead. It was down to 3.
Right.
They missed a shot, but Nordius gets an offensive rebound and the putback to put the lead back up to 5. And she was consistent throughout the game anyway on both ends. She rebounded well, tried to run a couple of fast breaks, defended pretty well. So you're an all-around game for Nordius.
No question. We had a lot of players from Mildred who contributed well. We mentioned how much the scoring actually was spread out throughout the game, but it was really Nordius who had the double-double. She had multiple rebounds. She really did a lot defensively, too. We talk about how good their defense was inside.
Well, that's the key. At this age, even though you're talking about 8th graders, they're still young as far as basketball is concerned. So to be able to put it all together, play that well, really deserving of being an outstanding player.
No question. Nordius is our MVP, and she's with her head coach, Tina Anderson, and they are with our sideline reporter, Leverett Ball. So, Leverett, take it away.
Well, guys, the T-shirts say it all. And first off, Empress, what does it feel like to be a champion?
It feels great. I love it.
Yeah, you're still at a loss for words from the emotion of the game?
Yeah.
And you were actually named our MVP. You were all over the court, had 12 points. What was the key to success for you personally?
Listen to my teammates, follow the ball, listen to my coach, yelling on the sidelines, and, just have fun.
Well, hey, I'm sure you won some points saying that you listened to your coach, but thank you. I just have a couple questions for her. So, Coach, first off, what can you say about Empress's performance?
Empress always listens. She is a great basketball player, and she always encourages the other girls.
And as a team as a whole, how rewarding was this win for you?
It was very rewarding because we started out with 12 girls, and then 5 girls quit, so I was just left with those 7, and those 7 have picked up the slack of 12 girls, so I'm very proud of those girls.
And I was going to ask that next, with just 7 players suiting up, like you said, how were you able to just hang in there and maintain your conditioning level and not burn out towards the end of the second half?
I said no one can foul, no fouls. Control your breathing and listen to your teammates and help each other out.
Well, Coach, congratulations once again. Back to you.
Thanks very much, Leverett, and certainly Mildred, very happy for this middle school basketball championship. We just looked at the past champions that we have, and they have not won in this decade. I don't know if they won in the previous decade, but the Mildred girls haven't even been in the championship game.
That's what makes it key. And I mean,
huge win for them.
Not how many teams lose 5 players in the course of a season?
It's amazing.
But a lot of times when you lose 2 or 3 through injury or whatever, it can help galvanize whoever's left. And I think that's probably what happens unexpectedly with this Mildred team, because those 7 girls really played together. They, just like the coach said, listen to each other, which is key. Because the point you made in the open, with the timeouts cut down to only 4 for the game, not as many chances to get breaks and to get instructions. So these coaches at the middle school level have to depend on their 8th graders or their veteran players to actually help out everyone else and keep things under control.
No question. Let's take a look at the final stats from this middle school championship game before we sign off from the girls game. And first up, it's going to be the McCormack.
Well, as we expected, Bob, I'm telling you, there's 22 points. Simmons-Gilchrist actually had the first 3-pointer of the game for her team, but nobody else scored for them. Simmons-Gilchrist had a good job with 8 rebounds, 5 rebounds for Joseph. Torres, the little point guard, had 4 assists, and Moore came off the bench late. She ends up with 3 assists. She had a couple of rebounds. I think that the coach is probably going to maybe regret not playing her more in that game than maybe in the first half, because the offensive rebounding took over for Mildred.
Let's take a look at the Mildred final stats.
For Mildred, like you said, spread out. Nordius, our best, outstanding player, 12 points. You have Delva in the backcourt, all those fast breaks. I mean, and as she gets older, I mean, she probably missed at least 3 or 4 of them.
That's right.
So easily, she could have had almost 20 points. Nordius 10 rebounds. Jackson with 7 rebounds out of the backcourt. Delver again passing the ball with 4 assists, and Jackson added 3 assists. So much more spread offense by Mildred. And that, like you said, a good point. The final score is not indicative of how this game was played at all, even though there's a real contrast with Bob being the only scorer for the McCormack team. Fact is, her scoring kept them in the game, and then her teammates, they were doing all the other work. They were rebounding, they were scrapping, getting steals, giving her opportunities to score those 22 points. It just wasn't enough.
That's right. Mildred with a total team effort here tonight. That's why they are the 2019 BPS Girls Middle School Basketball Champions. Now, folks, you want to watch that middle school championship game again, you can certainly go to our website, www.cityofboston.gov/game of the week. All the games from this basketball season are up there. You can also follow us on Facebook. Go to facebook.com/game of the week Boston. A lot of good stuff up there, including links to all the games we've covered. You can also follow us on Twitter at Boston City TV. And if you want to tweet at us, use the hashtag BostonGOW. 1 game down here at the Middle School Championships. 1 game left to go. But for right now, we're going to say so long here from the Shelburne Center. We'll see you next time on Game of the Week. Take care, everybody.